to class. My name is Carissa, and I'm your teacher for this hour. It's great to have you all here with me. It's time for us to begin our lesson on listening comprehension. Okay, so let's see. We have, let's see, Maria. Hello, Maria. How are you doing today?
Fine, working on you.
Oh, doing pretty good. Yes, it's been a long work day for me too. Still working, as you can see.
Yes, long day.
Yes, it's going to be a very long day, but that's what coffee's for.
Yeah.
Good. Well, Maria, I think this is the first time I'm seeing you. Please introduce yourself.
I'm from Colombia. I'm web developer. No more. I want to learn English. I need to learn English.
Okay, so you're improving your English. Now,
Yes.
are you improving your English for business reasons or for personal reasons?
Um, both reasons. Business and personal. I want to learn this language.
Okay, great. Well, it's wonderful that you've chosen to take classes here at Verbling, and it's great that you've chosen this class tonight. Hopefully, you will enjoy it, and I look forward to your participation tonight.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, very good. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Let's see who we have. We have Danielle. Hello, Danielle. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. You sound a little tired.
Yep, a little.
Long day.
Kind of.
Yeah.
What time is it there? I mean, there's daylight.
Yes, it's about 6 p.m. here.
6 p.m. Here is 5 p.m. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Is it dark there?
No, it isn't. It is bright, but it is cloud cover, so it's sort of dark. Don't we?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, good. So Danielle, tell us about your weekend. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. It was my birthday on
Oh,
Saturday.
really? Oh,
Yes.
that's nice. So did you do anything special?
Yeah, I went to the restaurant, then to the movies, and then to a bar at the night. That
Oh,
was it.
okay. So were you with friends or you were with family?
Both of them. Family in the afternoon and friends in the night.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I'm happy that you're able to celebrate another year. That's awesome. The alternative is not that good.
Yeah.
This is, yep. Okay, very good. Well, we're going to have an interesting class, so it's great for you that you joined us. Looking forward to your participation.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. All right, so we've got Maria, we've got Danielle. Hello, Marcelo. How are you doing today, Marcelo?
Hi, I'm good, and you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Marcelo.
I'm from Brazil, São Paulo, and I'm a designer of clothes.
Oh,
And
really?
how what more can I say? I'm
Awesome.
26, and I have a difficult to listen to the English language. It's difficult
Mhm.
to me, so I enjoyed it. I joined this class to learn more about.
About listening.
Yeah,
Okay, good. Well, I have a couple of activities planned that will definitely test your listening, and it'll give you some skills for that will help you as you continue to learn and improve your English. So
cool.
good. Thanks for choosing this class. I look forward to your participation today as well. Great to have you,
Thank you.
Marcella.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Let's see. Abdallah, how are
Yeah, how are
you?
you? I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Doing good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
So tell us, how was your weekend? Was it a good one?
Yes, it was wonderful weekend because I was preparing for certification and
Hmm.
around 2 or 3 weeks, and finally I get it.
Ah, okay. So what certification did you get?
This certification called OCP, Oracle Certified Professional. It's from Oracle company.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yeah. Okay, so you got your
Specialized in.
certification.
Yeah,
Well, congratulations.
thank you.
Sounds like you had to work hard for that.
Yeah, work hard and it cost a lot of money.
Oh, well, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand that. I have another certification in sign language interpreting, and I have to keep that up every year. And if you don't keep it up, it's like, I don't know, almost $1,000 to get it again. It's a little less than that.
Wow, wow.
So you don't want to lose that.
But I think it deserve this cost or deserve this all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, once you work hard, it's nice to be rewarded with some type of recognition, but then that means you have to keep working hard at it and keep it up.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, good. Great to have you back in class. Great to have you today.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome. All right, let's keep welcoming. We've got a full class tonight, which is great. Okay, let's welcome um, Alexander. Hello, Alexander. How are you today?
Hello, hello. Yeah, well, I'm good. Yeah, well, my name is Alexander Bali. I'm 20 years old. I'm a student of international relations at El Salvador University, and this is my last year, so hopefully I will be graduating next year. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just looking for learning something new. That's why I'm here.
Okay, well, you have
Yeah.
come to the right place.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good. All right, let's also welcome David. Hello, David. How are you doing today?
Hi, Christian. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too. How was your day today, David?
My day is normal.
Uh-huh.
Uh, just relaxing, attending some classes. I'm
Uh-huh.
preparing for tomorrow for go to the college for classes.
Okay. Well, it's good to have a relaxing day right before a busy day. That way you can recharge your battery and be ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. You have a soothing voice. It seems like your personality is really calm.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, well, your voice sounds that way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, good. Great to have you back, David. Let's welcome Elcio. Hello, Elcio. How are you today?
Hello, Carissa.
Elcio, you sound
Uh,
tired, my friend.
a new chroma key scenario behind you.
Yes, I changed my background and I got a better camera. Yeah, so what do you think of the blue background?
I like it.
Okay,
It's
that's good.
great.
Hopefully it's calming. It's blue like the ocean, maybe like the sky. So that should be optimum for learning. We'll see if it works.
I
All right.
agree.
Okay, very good. Well, Am said that he'll be right back. So, okay, well, as you know, today's class is going to be about listening comprehension. So, I am going to ask you all a favor. If you are doing other things online, if you're texting, if you're doing other things, if you could please put those aside for a second, that will definitely help your listening comprehension. Okay, so if you don't mind, let me have you for 1 hour, and we're going to really, really work on your listening skills. Of course, you're not going to be made new by the end of class, but at least you'll have some skills under your belt as you continue learning English. All right, so I have a question. OMG. So I have a question for you all, and I'd like to hear just a brief comment from each of you so that we all have time. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen with you. Uh-oh, I think I'm letting out my secrets. Hold on. All right, let's see, let me do a break so you don't see all that I've got planned. All right, there we go. Okay, so I need to know what kind of listener you are. All right, so here's my question. Do you like to listen to details, or do you like to just hear the point of a story? All right, and I just need a brief comment from everybody. So I'm going to start with Maria. Need to know what kind of listener you are, Maria.
Mm, it's a question? I don't understand. Sorry, teacher.
Yes, here's my question on the board. Do you like to listen to details, or do you like to just hear the point of a story?
I don't know. Depends. About in occasion, I like to just hear the point of a story when the details of a story is boring. Then I prefer hear the point of a story. But if a interesting story, I prefer hear details or listen details.
Okay, all right, good. All right, Abdallah, what about you?
Actually, I'm interested with the details more
Mhm.
than the basic point of story.
Okay, all right. So why do you like the details, Abdallah? What is it about the details that you like?
I like to read between the lines in the story.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're our analytical person. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Given your certification, that definitely makes sense. Okay. Okay, good. All right, Elcio, what about you?
In English, I like to listen to details of the story, but in my native language, I like to hear the direct point. It's more easy.
Now, that's interesting, Elcio. Why do you think that is?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Why do you think that is? Why do you like to listen to details in English and get to the point in Portuguese?
For because of my training, I need to train my listening, and I like
Okay.
to listen more details in the story.
Okay, gotcha. I understand. Okay, beautiful. All right, let me ask Danielle. Danielle, what about you?
It really depends on the speed and the difficulty. For example, are you gonna play it one time or twice?
Hmm. Okay. Well,
Well, that would be one time.
probably twice.
Twice. Okay.
Probably
And I'll ask you
twice.
for every single detail then.
Okay, every detail. Okay, got it. Okay, let's see. So we've got 3 details and one point person. Good. Okay, Marcelo, what about you? Details or get right to the point?
It depends too. Sometimes I like to listen to the details, but uh, in the most time I like to go to the exact point of the history because it's don't get so much time. Sometimes sorry, it's more common. I I I how can I say? I listen to and interact with English language for business. So sometimes it's better to be in the exact point, you know.
Okay, so you're going to get right to the point. Okay. All right, good. Okay, and then let's see. Alexander, what about you? Details or get right to the point?
Well, it depends of the situation. If someone tells me, okay, please listen careful, this will be the only time, as someone mentioned already, I will be really careful and I will listen every detail of something. But if not, I like to hear just the point of a story.
Got it. Okay, so it depends on the number of times it's going to be
Yeah.
repeated. So you sound like
Or if
someone.
someone will be evaluated or something, at least at college. So if someone is telling me, okay, this is a quiz, so you need to listen carefully.
Mhm.
So in that case, yeah, I, I listen to the details.
Okay. Okay, very good. So I'm arming myself with ammunition as I listen. Okay.
Okay.
David, what about you? Details or get right to the point?
Normally, I prefer that the story is hear the point more
Okay.
direct.
Hmm.
But for today, for the class of listening, I prefer to listen details for understanding better the context of the story. Coach.
Context, details, good. Okay, so we've got Abdallah who likes to read between the lines. You like context and details. Okay, good. All right, Amp is back with us. Hello, Amp.
Hi,
Amp,
teacher.
good. Good. Hi. Okay, so do you like to listen to details or do you just like to hear the point of a story?
Well, depends on the situation because if there is a story with many details like dates, hours, and it depends of the speed of the dialogue. But yes, it must be a little more challenging to try to get all the details.
Hmm. Okay, all right, so make it challenging. Got it. Okay, very good. And let's also welcome Ruby. Hello, Ruby. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good, Ruby. Thanks for joining us. So, Ruby, do you like details or you just like to get to the point of a story?
Well, it depends of the topic probably,
Mm-hmm.
but most of the time I prefer listening to details because most of the time I prefer that people explain to me very well. I want them to be very specific and in order to be clear, but then they want to communicate.
Oh, okay. I see exactly what you mean. Okay, very good. Well, we're going to start. I stopped my screen sharing, okay, because I want to take away your visual element, and that will force you to listen closely to what we're going to do, okay? Our first exercise now, you are going to listen to a tongue twister. Some of these are really short, and some of them are a little bit longer for those of you who would like to challenge yourself a bit more, okay? Now, I heard a couple of you ask how many times I'm going to repeat it. All right, I will repeat each one twice. Okay, and your job will be to listen carefully and repeat exactly what you hear. Okay, now you're not going to be graded on it, but we are going to have lots of fun. Okay, the only requirement here is that you listen and that you laugh. Okay, that's the only two requirements. All right, very good. So let me start. I'm going to start with Amp. Okay. So Amp, here is your tongue twister. Are you ready, Amp?
Okay, I hope I hope so.
Okay, here is your tongue twister. I'm going to say it twice. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
You got it. Very good, Amp. Okay, Elcio, you're up next.
Thank you very much. Let's
do it.
Let's try it.
Okay, you got it. Okay, freshly fried flying fish. I'll say it again. Freshly fried flying fish.
Freshly fried friendly fish.
Close. I'll say it once again. Freshly fried flying fish.
One more time.
Okay. Freshly fried flying fish.
Freshly fried.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly fish.
Okay, you're close. You're close. Listen to it just once again. Okay, freshly fried flying fish.
Freshly fried flying fish.
You got it. That's it. All right, now I'm going to open this one up to the class. Would anyone else like to try that one? I won't repeat it because you've heard it a few times now. Would anyone like to try it? Okay, I'm going to start calling on people.
Yes.
Okay, I think I hear Ruby. Ruby, you want to try it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, please say it again.
Okay.
Go
All right.
after you.
Okay, I'll repeat it again. Freshly fried flying fish.
Freshly fried flying fish.
Good, you got it. Okay, it looked like Marcelo. Do you want to try that one, Marcelo?
Okay, let's try.
Okay.
Can you say it, please?
Can you say it again? Okay.
Yeah.
Freshly fried flying fish.
Freshly fried flying fish.
You got it. Excellent. Abdallah, try it for me.
Okay, freshly flying fish.
You're close. Listen to it again. Freshly fried flying fish.
Freshly fried flying fish.
Flying fish.
Flying fish.
Yep. Okay, it's not as easy. It's not as easy as it may appear. Okay, David, try that one again.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Freshly fried. I forget. Freshly fried flying fish.
You got it. Good job. Danielle, try it for me, please.
Freshly fried flying fish.
You got it. Maria, your turn. Try that for me.
Okay, freshly fried flying fish.
You got it. Alexander, your turn.
Okay, freshly fried flying fish.
Okay, guys, you got it. All right, now I'm going to make it a little harder, so you have to listen even closer. Okay, are you ready? Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. I need a volunteer. Maria, I'm going to start with you this time.
Okay. Yeah.
The epitome of femininity.
No, repeat, please.
Okay. The epitome of femininity.
The epitome of
Epitome.
epitome.
Uh-huh.
The epitome of femininity.
You got it. Good, Maria. Okay, good. Danielle, try it. The epitome of femininity.
The epitome of femininity.
You got it. Ruby, try it for me.
The epitome of femininity.
Good. Elcio, your turn.
The epidemic. Say again. Say again.
Okay, all right. The epitome of femininity.
The epidemic of femininity.
Close. Femininity.
Femininity.
Uh-huh. Okay, listen to it once again. The epitome of femininity.
The epidemic. My tongue
is twisted. Okay, try it one more time. The epitome of femininity.
The epitome of affinitive, blah.
Well, you're meeting the requirements of laughing. Good. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Elcio. Marcelo,
Okay.
your turn.
Okay. The epitome of femininity.
Close.
Close.
Close. The epitome of femininity.
The epitome of femininity.
You got it, Marcelo. Excellent. Abdallah, you ready?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The epitome of femininity.
Close. The epitome of femininity.
The epitome of femininity.
Femininity.
It is that English or
It is. It is.
idiom?
I promise you, it's English.
I think it is alien language.
You know what? It's only because you can't see it. It's only because you can't see it. And it's a word that's new for you. When we're finished, I'm going to show you this list and it will become so much easier. But the point is that you say what you hear, not what you see. Okay? No problem.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to continue. David, try it. The epitome of femininity.
The epitome of femininity.
You got it, David. Amp, your turn.
The epitome of femininity.
You got it. Alexander, your turn.
Okay, the epitome of femininity.
Good. All right, so far we've had very short tongue twisters, so they're going to get a little bit longer. Okay, so everybody's laughing. We're having a good time. I'm going to hit you with it now.
Oh my God.
Okay, so oh my God.
Oh, what is that?
All right, here we go. All right, so let's see. This time I'm going to start with Amp. Okay, Amp, are you ready for the next one? Okay. Yes, Amp. Okay, here it is. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? Listen to it again. Listen again. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Okay. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Good. That was great, Amp. All right, excellent. Let's continue with Alexander.
Okay, which risk watches are Swiss risk watches?
Good. We're getting it, guys. David, your turn.
Can you say again?
Yes. Yes. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Which wrist watches are which? I don't know.
Okay, listen again. Actually, I'm going to have Amp help me out. Amp, can you repeat it again?
Okay. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Okay, there you go. Okay. Uh-huh.
Which? No, I didn't get it. So,
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have Alexander say it again for you. Okay, go ahead, Alexander, say it again.
Okay, so which risk watches are Swiss risk watches?
which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? Oh,
Good. That was good. Okay, good. All right, let's move on. Abdallah, which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Which wrist? It's wrist or risk?
Wrist.
Wrist. Which wrist? Rested.
Okay.
I
Think
don't
about.
remember the.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I'll give you a hint on this one. Wrist watches. What is a wrist watch? Does anyone know what a wrist watch is?
Yeah, you put it in your wrist.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's your timepiece. It's your watch. Okay, so
Watch.
which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? Okay, Abdallah, you ready?
Okay. Which wrist watches are Swiss? Which Swisses?
Close. Okay, think Swiss, like Switzerland. Swiss wrist watches.
Swiss
Listen.
rich Swiss.
That wrist watches. That's a time that'll get you. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
You got it. That's good. Oh, that was good. Marcelo, your turn.
Which watch are sweet wrist watches?
Okay, listen to it one more time. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Which switch watches are which watches?
Okay, I think you have Swiss twice. Okay, so Swiss is only
Swiss.
once. Which wrist watches are
Okay.
Swiss wrist watches?
Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches?
Good, that was better. That was better, Marcelo.
Okay.
Elcio, your turn. Try it.
Are you ready, teacher?
I'm
Yeah,
ready.
let's go. Which wristwatcher wears which wristwatches? No, no, again.
Now that does sound like a different language.
Again. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches?
Yes, very good. Ruby, your turn.
Okay. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches?
Good, Ruby, you've been paying attention. Danielle, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches?
You got it, Danielle. Excellent job. Okay, Maria, last but not least, let's try it.
Okay. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches?
Good, there you go. Wrist watches. Excellent job. Okay, guys, this is our final round. Now, this is the challenge round. So I'm going to ask for volunteers. These are not easy, okay? We're just going to finish up right here with our tongue twisters. So I need a volunteer. Who thinks they are up for a challenge?
Me, teacher?
Okay, all right. So I'm sorry, who said me? I didn't quite hear who said me.
Maria.
Okay, Maria. All right, so here we go, Maria. This is a pretty famous one, all right? Here it goes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Okay, I'll say it again. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, really? How?
Sula.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
It's easy, teacher.
Uh-huh. Of course it's
Would you
easy.
shuck?
All right, I'll say it again. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood is a woodchuck chuck? I don't know the rest.
Okay. Okay, you're off to a good start. All right, anyone else want to take the challenge? Anyone else?
I want to try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, who's that? Who said I want to try?
Me
Me,
and my
Alex, and I don't know.
Okay, Alex, go ahead. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Okay, how much woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck good?
You got it. Good.
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's hard because you have to remember, but there's a method to it. Okay? All right, Danielle, I think I heard you say that you wanted to try it. You ready?
I didn't, but let's try.
Oh, sorry. I volunteered you. Sorry about that.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Good. Now, someone cheated. You're not supposed to look at it. You're supposed to listen.
Yeah, but I get it.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I'm going to give you one that you can't cheat on. All right. This is our very last one. Okay, this is our last one, and then we're going to move on to our next activity.
Okay.
All right, we're going to move on to our next activity. I'm going to try just one more, and let's see. Okay, here it is. Okay, I need a volunteer. Who'd like to volunteer?
Daniel, can I try it?
Yeah, okay, Daniel. I'll have you try it. Okay, here it is. Many an anemone sees an enemy anemone. I'll say it again.
An
Many,
anemone is an enemy anemone? No.
close. Many an anemone sees an enemy anemone.
Many an anemone is an enemy anemone, no?
Good. You got it. Good. Excellent job. All right. Well, guys, that's it. All right. So I'm actually going to show you these. And you'll find that it's a lot easier when you see it. Okay. But the point of today's lesson is that you hear it and say it. All right. So I'm going to share that with you. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so the one with the wrist watches, it becomes so much easier when you can see it. Which wrist watches are Swiss wrist watches? All right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, we really didn't do all of them. Okay, so if you would like to challenge yourself, just Google tongue twisters. All right, now some you can even listen to on YouTube. All right, very good. All right, well, we're going to move on to our next activity. Great activity, guys. You met the criteria for the class to try and to laugh. Okay, so I think we met both of those criteria. All right, very good. Now, this is the real test of your listening. Yes. All right, so what you're going to need to do is to take a few notes. So if you don't have something to write on, or if you don't have a device in front of you where you can take a few notes, please do so now. Okay, I'm going to do a little reading. Now, some helpful suggestions for this activity are: listen out for numbers and statistics, listen for important facts, and listen for helpful suggestions.
You're gonna read it twice, right?
Well, I don't know. Okay, actually, I am going to read it twice.
Okay.
I am going to read it twice. Okay, but the second time I read it, each of you will have a specific assignment that you're going to be listening out for. Okay? All right, so listen once. We've learned 85% of what we know by listening, says a report in the Toronto Star newspaper. Although we spend much of our time listening, we are distracted or preoccupied, or we forget 75% of what we hear. These attention-grabbing statistics highlight the need to develop our listening ability. Poor listening skills are at the root of many of society's problems, according to the report. Rebecca Schaefer, a speech pathologist and communications expert, believes that this is often a factor in suicides, school violence, family breakups, and drug abuse. Social scientists observe that people have different listening styles. Some are people-oriented listeners and like to hear all the colorful details surrounding a story. Others are action-oriented listeners and want the speaker to get to the point. So in a conversation between a people-oriented listener and an action-oriented listener, what we could have is a failure to communicate, says the Star. Good listening shows good manners. It is a vital part of good conversation. Practical suggestions on how to listen during a conversation include turning away from distractions, leaning slightly forward, and giving active feedback with eye contact and nodding. Since much of our learning depends on effective listening, paying attention is something we must all continue to work on. Okay. All right. So who can tell me the gist of what I just read? What is the gist? What's the idea of what I just read?
Listening.
Yeah.
So the long and short of it is listening. Okay. Does anybody have any specific details they want to mention?
Yeah.
Okay, but the number, I don't remember the numbers. Okay, but the idea or the points you are talking about,
Mm-hmm.
he think that he said that there are the different kinds of listener. There are part of them depend on the details in the listening, and the other part is depend on the main point or basic point of story. And
Mm-hmm.
he mentioned that the to if you are a good listener, that will be part of your moral.
Mm-hmm. Moral?
It's part from morals.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what I
Okay,
remember.
good. That's a good detail. Excellent. Anyone else remember any details?
Yeah, we learn 85% of what we listen. I would say. I don't know. Rebecca Shafar,
Yeah.
something like that. That's the
O-
com expert. And she said
Okay.
the communications failure ends up in, as a matter of fact, suicides, school violations, drugs, and family breakups. Yeah, another.
Wow.
Yes. Mhm.
Good.
It
Okay.
also mentions something about the society problems, like the society violence or something like that. And
Okay.
it tells about probably some recommendation or some tips to become a good listener,
Mm-hmm.
like avoiding distractions or eye contacts.
Very good. Excellent. Guys, you're really listening. Any other details that anyone caught?
Yeah, Toronto Star newspaper, something like
Newspaper,
that.
yeah.
Okay, good, good. All right. All right, now let's get some specific assignments now. Okay? All right. So your job will be to listen for this specific assignment, this specific thing. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Very good. Okay. So group 1 is going to consist of Ruby and Elcio. Okay, so Ruby and Elcio, you are going to be in group 1. Okay? Now, you are going to note how many times I mentioned something about listening or paying attention. Okay, now I may not use those specific words, but something related to listening or paying attention. So you're just going to tell me a number when I'm finished reading. Okay?
Okay.
How many times did I mention something about listening or paying attention? Okay, got it?
Okay.
Great. Okay, good. So group number 2. Okay, Abdallah, you're going to be in group number 2, and I'm going to have David be in group number 2 as well. Now, this is your assignment. Okay, your assignment is to tell me specifically what words or phrases I use to talk about listening or paying attention. Okay, I will say that again. What words or phrases did I use to talk about listening or paying attention? Okay, got it?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, very good. Okay, and group number 3. Okay, I'd like to have Danielle and Alexander in group number 3. Okay, now your question is this: what prevents us from listening? Okay, according to this article, what prevents us from listening? Okay.
Got it.
All right,
Okay.
group number 4, great. Group number 4 will be Marcelo and Amp. Okay? Now, your assignment will be, according to the article, what happens when people don't listen? Okay? What happens when people don't listen? Okay?
Okay.
Got it? Okay, and then Maria, you're going to be in group 6. You're going to be all by your lonesome in group number 6.
Okay.
Okay, so Maria, your assignment is this. What are some benefits to good listening?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
All right, listen carefully. We've learned 85% of what we know by listening, says a report in the Toronto Star newspaper. Although we spend much of our time listening, we are distracted or preoccupied, or we forget 75% of what we hear. These attention-grabbing statistics highlight the need to develop our listening ability. Poor listening skills are at the root of many of society's problems, according to the report. Rebecca Schaffer, a speech pathologist and communications expert, believes that this is often a factor in suicides, school violence, family breakups, and drug abuse. Social scientists observe that people have different listening styles. Some are people-oriented listeners and like to hear all the colorful details surrounding a story. Others are action-oriented listeners and want the speaker to get to the point. So in a conversation between a people-oriented listener and an action-oriented listener, what we could have is a failure to communicate, says the star. Good listening shows good manners. It is a vital part of good communication. Practical suggestions on how to listen during a conversation include turning away from distractions, leaning slightly forward, and giving active feedback with eye contact and nodding. Since much of our learning depends on effective listening, paying attention is something we must all continue to work on. All right, so how did we do? Well, let's see. All right, so group one. Okay, so again, group one is Elcio and Ruby. Okay, so how many times did I mention something about listening or paying attention?
I think 20 times.
20 times. And Ruby, how many times did you count? Okay, Elsie, I think Ruby left you all to your lonesome. Good thing you were paying attention.
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So
I count only 18.
Okay, so between 18 and 20.
Yes.
All right. Okay, well, we're going to verify that. Okay, we're going to verify that number. All right, we're going to go to group number 2, Abdallah and David. Okay, guys, so tell me specifically, okay, I'm just going to scroll down so you can actually see what your question was, and you can actually see the article now. All right, so what words or phrases did I use to talk about listening or paying attention?
Okay, here. Okay. The first word is here. Here. Okay. And the second word is develop, or develop their skills of listening. Develop.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna mark some of these as you're talking. Okay, that way we can check these out. Okay, so here, all right. So develop our listening ability. Good.
Okay, skills. Listening skills.
Okay, all right. So this is a key point. Poor listening skills. Good.
Okay, I just written one word. I don't written the whole sentence. And communicate.
Okay, communications expert. Okay, all right, communications.
And the style of speaking. I remember style. Style of listening, I think. Where is listening style? And speaker. Where is this?
Okay, there we go. Speakers. Good. Speaker.
Yes.
And
the and effective listening.
Okay, I'm looking for effective listening. Okay, there we go. Effective listening. Okay, so those are some of the ones that you got. Very good. All right, now your partner was David. Okay, David, did you catch any other ones?
Oh, Carissa, I couldn't follow you, the listening, because someone knocking the door and I couldn't listen. Sorry.
Okay, okay, all right. Okay, all right, no problem. All right, so yes, we got several of them in here. Okay, now let's get some additional help there. Okay, so Ruby and Elcio, you said that we talked about listening or paying attention 18 or 20 times, okay? So tell me what else to highlight. Okay, what other words did you hear that I need to highlight here?
Okay, if you go from the beginning.
I'm going to scroll back
because
up.
I can see.
Sure, you got it. There you go.
Learn it is the
Time
first.
listening.
Okay, that is related to paying attention. That's right. Good. All right, what else?
Listening.
Listening, right.
Good. Good.
Listening again. It's the same.
Time listening.
Okay, good. Okay, time listening. That's right. Not just listening.
Distracted.
Okay, so that's not paying attention. That's right. Good.
And attention.
Forget.
Okay, so you may pay attention, but you forget, so you really didn't learn it. Okay.
Attention grabbing.
Good. That's good. That has to do with things that you pay attention to. Attention grabbing statistics. Good. Okay.
Listeners.
Good. Now what?
People oriented listeners.
There you go. That's it. Okay, good. All right. What else?
To hear all the colors.
Okay.
Hear.
Okay, good. So let's say to hear. Good. Very good. What else?
Attention-oriented listeners.
Good. Action-oriented listeners.
Oh, yes, action. Yes, people-oriented listeners.
Good. All right. People-oriented listeners once again. Action-oriented.
Teacher, colorful details is not?
Well,
Because it's a distraction.
Well, if you're if you're a point person, get to the point, the details can be a bit distracting. Okay, so colorful details. All right, good.
Here.
Things you have to pay attention to. Good. All right, let's take a look at our last. Well, let's try something else. What about this one? Failure to communicate. Okay, that definitely is related to listening and paying attention. All right.
Yes, right.
All right. What about the?
What about get to the point?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Get to the point.
I'm not sure. Because.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. That has to do with learning. Okay. Get to the point. That's it. Get to the point. Okay. These are helpful phrases that you might want to learn. Okay. When you're talking about listening and communicating, these are some very helpful phrases. All right. Anything else in the last paragraph?
Good listening.
Good.
Listening during a conversation. Well, listen during the conversation.
Good. Okay, so listen during a conversation. Good. Anything else?
Turn away. Distraction.
Paying attention.
Good. Excellent. All right, so yeah, those are a number of good phrases, maybe even good conversation. That has to do with listening, doesn't it? And paying attention? Okay, excellent job. All right, let's move on to team number 3. Okay, team number 3 was Alexander and Danielle. Okay, so let's move back to team number 3. Okay, we skipped number 3. So what prevents us from listening, guys? What did you hear?
Okay, well, I think that it's like when we are distracted or preoccupied, and when we don't have like eye contact as well. Okay. And
Good. Okay, anything else?
You gotta lean forward, active eye contact while nodding, and you gotta keep working on and paying attention. And also, I think a detail that is not like itself in the lecture, in the reading, that would be if you are, for example, a people-oriented listener, and the other person is what's action-oriented.
Action-oriented listeners, right?
That would be a problem.
Yep, that's going to be a problem. So you have to adjust the way that you communicate. Excellent job, guys. Beautiful points. All right, we're just going to move on for the sake of time. Okay, so group number 4, according to the article, what happens when people don't listen? Okay, and Marcelo, what happens?
People forget about 75% of what they have already listened.
That's true. So you forget what you heard. What else?
I would hear that it can cause society problems like suicidal, school violence, drug use, and family breakup.
All right. Wow, that's a big price to pay for not listening. Yep, very good. Excellent job. Anything else you want to add?
Failing in communication start when you don't listen very well.
Yep, that's true. That's good. Okay, Maria, we're down to you. Okay, so what are some benefits to good listening, Maria?
Okay. Good listening, show good manners, giving active feedback with eye contact. I don't know more. I understand this, but I don't know what more.
Okay, good. All right, everybody. That was excellent. Okay. Now, if you want to know some additional benefits, then of course you can take a look at the article here once again. All right. Well, let me just say that you all did a wonderful job with your listening. Okay, so don't feel bad if you weren't able to remember all of the details. I think just this exercise in having to pay attention to something specific made you pay attention and listen even more. Also, we had some fun with those tongue twisters. Those were fun. I think that got us all loosened up. All right. Well, that's going to do it for our lesson today. Thanks, everybody, for coming into class and making it fun. I actually heard on Dr. Oz today that if you want to help speed up your metabolism, that you should laugh at least 20 times a day. So I think we've worked toward that today. Well, if you'd like to take a one-on-one lesson with me, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, look out for my future group classes. Bye, everybody. Hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.